For Work Together 9-4, we're going to be doing 6 transactions in the cash payments journal for October. So our first transaction on October 2nd, we are going to be recording the transaction for paying for the telephone bill to Built-in Communications. So the telephone bill, that is called utilities expense. Check 521. We do not need to write C521 because it's already labeled with the special label at the top of the column. Check 521. And then we're going to debit our expense like we always have for $124 and then credit cash. So that is how we do it, much like we did in the general journal. And you might notice here that it says Built-in Communications. So why didn't we have to record who we paid it to? Well, we didn't owe them money. There was no accounts payable to Built-in Communications. We simply just got the telephone bill and paid it right on the spot. So we didn't owe them money like accounts payable. So nothing is affected other than the general debit and the cash credit. On October 3rd, we wrote a check on account to Gray Manufacturing covering purchase invoice 532, $1,640 less a 2% cash discount. So notice how it says on account and covering purchase invoice number 532. This is important. So because it says on account, that matters. We need to track how much we owed them. Gray Manufacturing Inc., check 522. And because it's accounts payable, we need to be sure that we're in the accounts payable debit column. And we owed them $1,640, so we need to debit their account for $1,640. And then they gave us a discount, a 2% discount. So you will need to use a calculator most likely. And 1,640 times 0.02, not 0.2, 0.02 to get 2%. We got a $32.80 discount. So we'll put that in our discount column. Now, much like when you go to the store, if it costs $100 and you got a $20 discount, you would subtract the $20 discount. So we are going to take our $1,640 minus the $32.80 discount, and that is how much we're going to write our check for. We're going to write our check for $1,607.20. So total accounts payable we owe minus the discount gives us our total cash credit. On the 9th, we wrote a check to LPF Manufacturing for merchandise with a list price of $1,575. Notice it says nothing about on account or anything to do with the purchase invoice number. So instead, we just call that purchases. So purchases, check 523, debit our expenses like we always have, $1,575, and then credit cash. We will always have a number in this column when we are using the cash payments journal. On the 12th, we wrote a check to Village Supply for office supplies, $64, check 524. So the 12th, supplies-office, check 524, and we bought $64 worth of supplies. So we debit supplies. It's an asset that increases with the debit. We added supplies to our supply closet, and then we credit cash because we wrote a check. On the 16th, we wrote a check on account to Westland Supply covering purchase invoice 516 for $426. They did not give a discount. So it is important on account, so we need to have Westland Supply here, check 525, and in the accounts payable debit, we need to put that $426 that we owed them. We wrote them a check, so we're going to debit their account to decrease how much we owe them, and then we also need to credit cash because we wrote a check for $426. There was no discount, and so you could just leave the discount column blank. On the 31st, we recorded the replenishment of petty cash. So when we replenish petty cash, we need to use our petty cash report. So in our petty cash report, it looks like we spent money on supplies office, supplies store, miscellaneous, and let's see if we were cash short or cash over. Looks like we are cash short $1.05. So we need to do a 4-line entry. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Check 526. Did the account cash short and over? So we're going to list out how much we've spent for supplies office using our petty cash, $48.15. Supplies store, $57.18. Miscellaneous expense, $47.64. And then our cash short, we were $1.05 short. That is an expense. Expenses are debited. And then the total amount that we need to write a check for to pay and replenish. So we start the following month with the total amount that we want. We need to add all those together. And our total cash credit would be $154.02. And that is the 9-4 work together.